Australia's Prime Minister plans to encourage people to buy electric vehicles weeks after his government was accused at the UN conference in Scotland of being slow fighting climate change. Scott Morrison said the price of the technology would reduce in time and offered no subsidies to buyers of electric cars.
The costs of technology are coming down. And that means the choices that are available to Australians and right around the world are becoming more accessible. So our plans are all about supporting those choices, facilitating those choices, plugging the gaps where they need to be plugged to ensure that Australians can make the choices that they want to make. Our plans aren't about sending lots of taxpayers' money off to big multinationals to get costs down. They'll do that themselves. They've got a keen interest in doing that.
The 250 million Australian dollar or around 185 million US dollar plan would partner with private enterprise to accelerate the rollout of 50,000 charging and hydrogen refueling stations. The Conservative government expects that would result in 30% of new passenger and light commercial truck sales in Australia being battery electric or plug-in hybrid electric by 2030. Less than 2% of new vehicles sold in Australia are electric, and the transport sector is a major reason why Australia, on a per capita basis, is one of the world's worst greenhouse gas emitters. Electric vehicle groups expressed disappointment at the policy. The opposition centre-left Labour Party went to the last election in 2019 with a target of 50% of new cars being electric by 2030. Opposition leader Anthony Albanese said if Labour wins elections due by May, his government would make electric vehicles cheaper by reducing taxes on them.
The government once again is fitting a familiar pattern. They deny a problem exists. They, during the last campaign, said that electric vehicles would end the weekend, and now, in the pre-caretaker mode that this government is in the lead up to an election campaign, they want you to believe that now electric vehicles are all okay and they want to encourage its uptake. Well, they can't have it both ways. This is a government that is scared of change.
At the UN climate conference in Glasgow, known as COP26, Morrison committed Australia to achieving net zero emissions by 2050. But he was widely criticized for leaving Australia's 2030 target unchanged at the relatively modest aim of reducing emissions by 26% to 28% below 2005 levels. Other countries have made steeper commitments.